Jason Bourne.
Oh, nice. I didn't see this one either.
You don't need to. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was a bad movie. So it's Jason Bourne.
That's it.
Jason Bourne does stuff.
Jason Bourne doing Jason Bourne
Jason
things.
Bourne, yeah, I mean, it's...
I heard the action was cool, but...
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Really?
The action was okay. So in the third movie, when they established, like, that whole, like, weird, like, shaky cam, style of shooting the action, like, I don't like that. Because I can't see anything. Like,
yeah,
I'm only getting like a third of the action, and so that's how this movie felt to me.
That's fair.
None of there were a few characters. It's like no motives were clear for the characters.
Oh, really?
One of them, one lady, she's literally doing 3 things at once, and none of them make any sense. She's playing, she's helping Jason Bourne, but then she's not, but then she is, but then she's just helping herself, but then she's also helping the U.S. government, and it's like, I don't...
Wow. So she has a lot of ties to attend to.
Yeah, I watched the entire movie. I paid the closest attention to her, and I have no idea what her motives are.
Huh. So it was an unfocused movie.
It was very unfocused. The action was...
See, I think I do agree with you. Shaky cam, if you can avoid it, avoid it. However, I think I think it was still Paul Greengrass who did the new Jason Bourne movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think he uses shaky cam sparingly and kind of in a restrained way. I don't know about Jason Bourne, but I thought what was the third one? Ultimatum, wasn't it? Or Supremacy?
Supremacy.
I thought the shaky cam in that was somewhat restrained as to where you could still tell what was going on. Whereas you see, for example, one of the Transformers films, and when the close-up action is going on, you blink and, like, a character's dead, you know? Like, there's so much happening and you don't know.
I mean, like, I get it. Action, like, a fight is confusing. It shouldn't be for your audience.
Right, yeah. And I get that shaky cam is an easy way to film a fight, but it's not an interesting way to film a fight.
It's not. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It was so... It was just very blah, like...
Very blah. Bland.
Very bland.
Not what you expected from a Jason Bourne film.
No, because they're always so interesting and, like, intricate, and there's a lot of intrigue, and...
Yeah.
Like, it's Jason Bourne versus the United States government.
You think they should have left it at 3, though?
Oh, yeah.
Was it better than Legacy? That's the question with
No.
Jeremy Renner. Really?
No.
It was worse?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because, I mean, honestly, Legacy, again, very forgettable, but at least it had decent action sequences.
And do you think the story in that was more cohesive than...
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That's surprising.
Yeah, it was...
I still want to see Jason Bourne to see that I've seen it, but I'm not going to go in expecting too much from what you just
Yeah, if
said.
you like Jason Bourne movies, you're going to be disappointed.
Well, on that note, that's depressing because I was kind of anticipating that movie. The next movie I saw was a very different movie called Sing Street, and I believe we both saw it.
Yeah, Sing Street.
Sing
so
Street was
good.
very good. I liked it quite a bit. It had good acting in it. All the kid actors. Good kid actors are hard to come by.
Oh yeah, it's the biggest risk for a movie is the kid actor.
Yeah, but they did really well. I thought they all handled their performances well. The movie was funny. I read the premise. I did see this on Netflix much later than when it came out. Because this movie, like Nice Guys, it did awful at the box office.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know it existed until you told me
Yeah,
about
like, I didn't know it existed till I saw it get some buzz from, like, an underrated list of the year or something. So, yeah, really, really swept under the radar, but a very good movie. I read the premise and I was like, it sounds interesting. I'm sure it's entertaining. But you watch it and you realize it's about quite a bit more than you expected it to be.
Yeah, it's not just about being in a band.
Right, yeah.
It's about...
There's a lot more touchy...
Yeah, it's about the hardships of being in love, of being...
Having an unstable family.
Yeah, of just not knowing who you are, like trying to figure
trying
all
to
that
find
out.
yourself.
Yeah, it's very, very, very good.
It was really good, and it is a little cheesy. However, I'll forgive it.
If it wasn't cheesy, I think it would have made it worse.
No, see, I forgive it because it works.
Yeah.
And it's forgiven because there are those emotional scenes that make you care about what's going on.
All the characters, I'm like, I like all of you.
Yeah.
I like all of you.
You understand everyone's motives, what they're doing.
Yeah.
You might not agree with them all, but you at least can see where they're coming from.
You know what's going on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And all of... So, like, there's a bunch of 80s music references.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all...
I'm sure you caught more of those than I did, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. So they go through all of these different genres. So, like, the new wave movement, 80s pop, 80s rock. Like, they go through all of these things. They even throw in a little bit of punk in there, too, which I thought was interesting. Not nearly as much as they should have, because Europe in punk...
they go hand in hand.
They're like this, they're pretty, especially Ireland in punk. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think there's a more punk country. Murphys. Yeah, I don't think there's a more punk country than Ireland. Like, but that's just me.
Personal preference, yeah.
But they all of the songs were written and sounded as if they were from the 80s.
Yeah, I did like that.
Because there are a lot of like,
style.
Oh yeah, it's a movie in the 80s and they make music. It's like, all right, well that doesn't sound, I mean, whatever. That's clearly made today to sound like the 80s. But no, these guys, whoever wrote the music, did it perfectly.
Yeah.
All of the performances were superb. All of the songs were great.
I thought the themes they tackled were really
good.
Really hard hitting.
All of the music that they used for inspiration is like spot on.
Yeah.
It was all like the Cure, like when they're going through the whole happy sad thing, like they use a Cure song and I'm like, that's it. That's happy sad. Like that is.
So you could definitely tell they thought about the songs
they knew exactly what they were doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Not as much as Suicide Squad, of course, though. But...
And like the whole, even like the look, like all of their looks, like the makeup that he did.
The Bowie look, yeah,
the Bowie look. The when he like had a bunch of white like foundation and like the red lipstick, like and like the big black coat and the scarf.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's the Cure. Like he got all this stuff spot on, which is extraordinarily hard to do. It was very, very good.
Yeah. No, like I said, you caught more of the musical references in it, but I did really enjoy the film. I thought, like we both said, it is more about just the music, although that does play a large part in it. There's more themes that they kind of tackle, and I respected it for doing that. I think if I had, I know we talked about it being cheesy, but it was forgiven because it worked. But I think the one thing I would complain about would be that the ending is a bit too cheesy.
The ending, I wanted them to die. I wanted them to drown at sea. When the cruise, when they look and they see the cruise liner towards them, I was like, yes. Yes.
I thought you cared about these characters.
I did, but
for comedy's sake.
No, not for comedy's sake, just because I think it would have made a better ending than the one that they had.
See, I liked the ending they chose. However, they just dragged on with it for too long. I feel like if they would have sailed off with their dreams, maybe have a wide shot, the brother waving away.
Yeah, the brother doing the black, like the yes thing, and then
when that happened, I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then they kept going, and I was like, all right, guys, let's wrap this up. It wasn't enough to make me dislike the movie to any extent, but that would be a complaint.
But I wasn't the biggest fan of that bit. No. But other than that, it was very, very good.
I really liked it. Now happy? Next pick.
Let's see. There's important. The Magnificent Seven.
Oh yeah.
Magnificent Seven.
It was good.
I liked it a lot. It's a remake of a remake of a remake.
Yeah.
So,
the chain is going on.
Yeah, so at that point you're like, all right.
And I love how they're spread out significantly.
Yeah.
Like the last Magnificent Seven material that I know of
was it in the 70s?
Was like the 70s, and then the Seven Samurai was like the 40s.
40s, yeah.
So like 30, 25 years pass, we might see another remake or
Which
reboot.
is how you should do remakes and reboots.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wait
give it
30
time.
years and then you
If
do
at
it.
all,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you do it at all, wait 30 years and
Yeah.
then like, oh, okay.
But at the
That's
same
a nice
time,
fresh take.
Yeah. I do agree. I thought The Magnificent Seven was good. I talked about it on this channel not too long ago, but I compared it to Suicide Squad and how they introduced their characters. I feel like sometimes...
But Magnificent Seven did it well.
Yes, yeah. See, that was my argument, that Suicide Squad kind of introduced these characters like they were trading cards, whereas this one, some of the reasons were kind of convenient to the plot, which I understand. There's 7 main characters. You're going to have to keep things rolling. But you understood, it was at least, there was reasons for them to join this band of bounty hunters, miscreants, whatever you want to call it.
Even Vincent D'Onofrio's Bear Man.
Wow. Yeah.
Does it talk like this the whole movie?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But no, I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was a fun action movie. And
Chris Pratt, of course, was great.
I thought it was neat to see a Western.
Ethan Hawke was decent.
He was. I like Ethan Hawke, yeah.
He's alright, yeah.
He's been in some good movies. I think
he's also been in some real bad ones.
Yeah, but I think when he works with certain directors, he can pull off something.
Yeah, I think when he has someone competent behind the camera,
he can bounce off of that well.
Yeah.
So this next movie I saw was the new Ghostbusters, and actually, honestly, this movie,
I'm
obviously
surprised this wasn't the worst.
Well, see, here's the thing: it wasn't the worst. It was bad. But it was, I honestly, until I read it just now, I forgot that I even saw it. Because, and it's a big name like Ghostbusters, you think you'd remember. But really, it was a really forgettable movie. Like, I forgot about it like a couple of days after I had just seen it. So I think it's not even the most offensive movie. Like, when it was coming out, like, I was like, really, do we need another Ghostbusters movie? And I know people were... There was that whole, like, feminist debate thing, and that got blown over way out of proportion. I thought the marketing for this movie was awful. Whoever designed those, whoever edited those trailers needs to be fired because it was so bad. The movie itself wasn't bad. Well, it was bad, but it wasn't, like, awful. But I think it was the worst kind of bad you can be, whereas it's... not good enough to be memorable, but not bad enough to be memorable. It just kind of happened.
Right.
The jokes were stupid. I didn't laugh. I think I laughed once. I think the movie was caring way too much about being politically correct or being not offending anyone, which
and if
you
you're
do
a
have
comedy, if you're a comedy, like, I mean, draw a line somewhere.
Right.
Because there has to be one.
Yeah.
But, like...
take some liberties too, and you know,
offending people is kind of what you're doing. You know,
yeah. People don't go to a comedy to just sit back and kind of chuckle at jokes. They go to have deep belly laughs. And,
you know, don't be white chicks.
Yeah,
you know, don't be white chicks.
Yeah,
but
do something.
Yeah, come on, like. Be a Coen Brothers movie. Like, sometimes death is funny.
Yeah,
sometimes
if done right.
Steve Buscemi being shoved into a wood chipper is funny.
In a disturbing sort of way, yeah. But no, I do agree. And I think the biggest problem was Ghostbusters, the original. I have a soft spot for the sequel, but I will agree that it doesn't hold a candle to the very first. Because it's such a rare movie. It's such a lightning in a bottle concept.
Yeah.
That you're not going to be able to recreate it. And I think the fact that they tried was just... I mean, I give them credit for trying, but at the same time, you can't really succeed at that.
Right.
I know that they kind of hinted at a sequel.
They're not making it.
Yeah,
because
but I saw how the movie did in the box office.
Yeah, it made what, a third of its budget back?
Yeah, I think so. So it's not going to happen, and I'm kind of glad. I just think the biggest problem was the jokes didn't land. They relied too much on improv. I know a lot of this movie was improv. And it felt like more of a Saturday Night Live sketch, which I like Saturday Night Live fine, but that's not Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and an hour and a half long comedy Saturday Night Live sketch is gonna get old. 'Cause
Yeah.
some of them get old in like 2 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah, it was not one of the good ones either. It was one of the...
It's not a Wayne's World sketch.
No,
It's
it was one of the lesser of the sketches. But with that being said, happy.
All right, so my next movie, The Accountant.
The Accountant.
The Accountant
no.
with Ben Affleck.
I forgot about that
one movie I've seen with Ben Affleck that's been good.
What about Argo?
Oh, I forgot he was in Argo.
The Town.
I didn't see The Town.
Oh, okay.
But Argo was actually pretty good,
Oh,
although historically very inaccurate. But The Accountant. I thought it was very good. So it's about an autistic kid who becomes an accountant and trained killer. It's very good. It's oddly like, oh, that scene was very sweet. He just murdered someone and had a nice emotional connection with a person.
Huh.
It's weirdly it's very good. I like it a lot. But boy, there are a lot of moments where it's real confusing because, like, in the end, he meets up with his brother, and they're on opposite sides, and so he's like, it's like he kills a bunch of like his brother's people like while his brother's watching, but like they're having like an emotional connection, so it's like, aw, they're having a moment. That person doesn't have an arm anymore.
So you didn't know really what to feel.
Yeah, it was.
You're like, should I be disturbed or should I be engaged with this heartfelt?
Yeah, it's very
situation?
interesting. I thought Anna Kendrick was very. I thought she was very.
I forgot
good.
she was in that.
Yeah, she's in it. I thought she was super good. I thought Ben Affleck's murder character was really adorable.
If you can say adorable.
No, he's pretty adorable actually.
That's fair.
Because like when he's not murdering people, it's like, oh, he's just a big, really smart teddy bear.
Yeah. Huh.
Just a big, really, really smart teddy bear.
That's fair. I felt like Ben Affleck could pull that off pretty well.
Yeah, he was very good.
I didn't see The Accountant, if you couldn't tell already, but also, I heard good things.
Right. J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Great. He's a great actor.
J.K. Simmons is, in my opinion, one of the greatest rising actors in Hollywood right now. Like,
and it's weird that
he seems to get better in each performance.
Yeah, and it's weird that he's like a rising star. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
He did one of the best comic book interpretations.
Oh, he did.
He is J. Jonah
Jameson. Yeah.
There's no denying. Like.
Yeah, read any of the comics, watch any of the cartoons. He's J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, like he's a great actor.
Yeah,
Accountant was good. I
was really
from
good.
what I heard, I need to get around to seeing it. So the next movie I saw was called The Edge of 17, and this movie was very good. Going into it, I knew that people were talking about it as if it were a modern day John Hughes movie like Ferris Bueller, 16 Candles, or like The Breakfast Club, something like that. And it was, but it didn't ride off of that, you know? Like, it had that charm and it had that style, but it wasn't the point of the movie, you know? It was almost, weirdly enough, like a character study about this kind of, not bipolar, but kind of, like, mood swingy, emotional, kind of selfish teenager. So it focuses on her. Pretty much everything in the story is from her perspective. And the comedy in this movie is pretty great. It's a little more, I guess, raunchy, you would say, than a John Hughes movie. Not like anything super bad.
I don't know.
Well,
John Hughes isn't afraid to cross the line, especially in 16 Candles.
But he crosses that
Terrible
line.
movie, by the way.
But he crosses the director, whoever directed this. I think I forget her name, but she did a really well done job. But they kind of crossed the line a bit further, which doesn't damage the movie.
Right.
It's just the style of humor it had, which isn't gonna bode well with everyone. But I think the point was that they were trying to show a realistic way of teenage culture. Like, this is how teenagers talk. Like, there's always those movies you see where they're like, oh, you're a jerk-faced duty head, or like something.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, wow, you're really trying to go for that PG rating.
Yeah.
Or like they make the teenagers super philosophical And it's like, that's not the mind of a teenager. That's the mind of a writer who was, trying to get too deep with a teenage movie. So I feel like this movie rides the line of how teenagers actually communicate and the majority of them, I should say. So in that regard, it was almost like a Dazed and Confused movie where they do kind of capture the essence of teenagehood.
I never saw Dazed and
Confused. It's a great movie, classic.
I just know that they have Led Zeppelin for the soundtrack.
They do. It's a good soundtrack. But but yeah, no. Edge of 17 was very good. To put it simply, it's just a funny movie. It surprised me quite a bit. Some of the jokes that they made were like, wow, they're going for that. But I liked Woody Harrelson's character quite a bit. He was hilarious. He played a teacher who kind of communicates with the main character. And then Haley, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Haley Steinfeld, I think was her name. She's a very good actress. She was in True Grit as the young girl.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, she did.
Out.
Yeah, she did great in that movie, but I think this was actually her best performance that I've seen, at least. So yeah, it was a good movie. Would recommend. So,
God, I don't want to talk about this. So actually, my last movie that my list has run dry is Jack Reacher Never Look Back.
Oh, you saw that?
I did.
Did you see the original Jack Reacher?
I did. The original Jack Reacher is great. Yeah. I really like it. I think it's good. Mm-hmm. Good Lord, Jack Reacher 2 is bad. It's bad.
Really?
It's so bad. Huh. It's so bad. So, like, Jack Reacher, the first one was like, okay, we're kind of a dumb action movie with Tom Cruise. Like,
yeah,
here's a bit of story. It's mostly like intrigue, and there's the last 45 minutes is just a fight scene for some bit of information. But like, the story is actually, it's a decently written story, you know?
Okay.
Jack Reacher's character is interesting and mysterious.
Sure.
Jack Reacher 2, they take all that and throw it out the window. It's a terrible story, has terrible acting, the fight sequences are okay.
Okay, so it's got that going for it.
Yeah, but it's
when there's good action without substance, you don't care.
It doesn't, like, there's none of it really makes sense.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's really bad.
I haven't seen the first one, so I have no frame of reference, but you would prefer that highly over this one.
Yeah, like two completely different movies, basically.
Huh.
Which they are, but like...
Right.
Not...
In the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, the opening scene is the only way that the two are alike.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the scene with him in the diner?
Yep.
Okay. See, that was actually a good trailer.
That scene
I thought that was interesting.
Was very good.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. I'm like, yes, it's gonna be... Oh.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Well, at least it had a good intro. The same can't be said about every movie that came out this year, but...
Suicide Squad.
All right, so Happy's completed his list.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was definitely one of my longest videos.
Yeah, it's very long.
If you've made it this far, congratulations.
Thank you.
But Happy, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was good. It was good seeing you, man. Good talking some movies. Thanks again.
Movies.
Always a pleasure. Yes.
Yeah, always.
The great Happy Emmons. Would you like me to drop your channel link in the description?
Put it right there.
It's got some great vlogs
Put it
going.
there. Oh,
yeah,
God.
So.
I have the Braytrick series.
Yeah.
That one's good. He helped with that a lot.
I am, yes. Yeah. I one of the co-creators of the beloved Braytrick series.
One of the co-writers.
The self-proclaimed
the anthology
series.
The anthology series looked to be picked up by CBS.
CBS, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they might think
maybe Fox.
Maybe Fox. Yeah, they might cross their minds. But yeah, no, as always, Happy. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
Good having you on Nerd Theater.
Always a fun time.
But yeah,
B-Boy Studios.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no, Happy's a good friend of mine. He's been in quite a few of my short films, series, and then other side videos that we've done in the past. But now, good guy. Yeah. Check out his channel.
It's not great. I just want to warn you.
But yeah, with that being said, thanks again, Happy. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
And
always.
Until next time, see you again.
See ya.